flag in the air. Sofia Vargas and the 60 side by side with the 66 of Eric Wolf as they take the green flag here in the Division 2 round of Germany. Mikhail Dahlstrom gets a great start in the 26 car. He goes from third all the way up to first place immediately. It wouldn't take long for our first instance of the day as turn 2 involved Bobby Jones and Henry Sanford getting into each other, causing Maxwell Chan to go hard into the wall on his left side. That wouldn't be the only wreck in this caution as Axel Kvistad pulls off a big blooper and drives into the 37, wrecking them both. And Milton Campbell doesn't even manage to get past lap number 1 without getting involved in an accident. On the restart, Mikhail Dahlstrom would hold the lead as he battles against Elijah Bree and Sofia Vargas for the top spot. Elijah Bree comes down on the inside of Dahlstrom. Jabri, the points leader, got a good start in that restart, and he will go right on past the 26 of Dahlstrom. Eric Wolf in the 66. The German in his home Division 2 race goes up to the inside of the 97 of Jabri, and Eric Wolf manages to take the lead from the Moroccan. Eric Wolf managed to put up a gap while he was leading, but however, it wouldn't take long for the Subaru teammates of Paula Thanos and Elijah Bree to catch the German. And Thanos goes inside. Elijah Bree looks for 3Y. Jabri goes up through the middle, and we have 3Y for the lead. Jabri and Wolf squeezing as Thanos tries to get a run on the inside line. Thanos does not clear, and Jabri makes one heck of a move on this lap to go from third to first, as the rest of the field closes up in them into another huge pack of cars. Three wide again. Thanos in another 3-eye situation. This time Dahlstrom goes up the inside, and this time he's the one that makes it work. And Kyle Matthews with his best run of the season. He wants to go 3 wide for 5th. Thanos getting bounced around. Thanos would continue to be in a 3-wide situation as a ginormous pack of cars. This is the top 20. And Jeff James gets into the side of Scott Roush, and Roush barely hangs on to it, and they clean themselves up. That was almost a big wreck. And nice car control from Roush. He holds on to it, and Jeff James continues on, but I don't think Roush appreciated that. And they are still 3 wide on basically every end of the racetrack. At the start of the our first green flag pit stops, an accident occurred between Jacob Anthony and Luis Hernandez. Hernandez was slowing up to get into pit road. Anthony didn't see it coming, and they both end up hard into the wall. And Prudence Littlejohn, nowhere to go, gets a piece of it, and her engine blows right up with that contact. Surrounded by lap cars, Elijah Bree continues on as he leads, with Kyle Matthews in tow in second place on this restart. Jabri trying to get through the lap cars as quick as possible. Milton Campbell doesn't exactly get out of the way, actually pressures the 97 a little bit, as Kyle Matthews, the American in the 02, along with his teammate Henry Sanford, all the S3 Motorsports cars are pushing their way forward, and probably the best effort as a team so far this season. 4 wide as Dahlstrom wants to make the dumbest move, or maybe the boldest move ever, but Henry Sanford just backed right out of it, and Shock Jr. goes right through the middle as Sanford starts to fall back as he's trapped behind Campbell. Here comes Satsuki Yakujur, who had been running mid-pack for most of this race, but has now made her way to the front. Here comes Amy Shelley now making contact. She's making her way forward. 3 wide again. Shelley pressuring the 66. They squeeze, and Wolf's going to get turned into LaPrade, into Thanos. And this is going to be bad. Wolf gets bounced around. Kvistad, Campbell, Torres, and several other cars. This is a big wreck in the back of the field. Hall, Benoit Lothair, Vargas gets involved. Harley got a piece. Takumi Hirano just got hit by Hall. Anthony, looks like Joseph Curtis too. Big wreck. This was definitely just a case of just trying to find room when there's just no room to really find. And you know, when you're at the end of the race, you got to do some bold moves. But Alex Morgan, Henrietta Fitzwater got involved. Looks like John Arndt got a piece. Hirano actually goes over a couple of times. Chris Louvier gets a piece. Not a lot of cars didn't get a piece of that. 10 laps to go. Elijah Bree gets a great start as Kyle Matthews still hanging up there in second place, as Dahlstrom now wants to go for second place immediately. Matthews was battling Chabris for the lead for a little bit before that yellow. Just under 5 laps to go as Chabris is being caught by Matthews and Satsky. Hirano doesn't know where to go, and Chabris almost just plowed into the back of the 11, and Satsky Yakajur just pulled herself into the lead. With little to no effort, she got lucky there. She went from third to first in half a second. And now Chabris, who has been basically at the front of this whole race, now in second place. Takumi Hirano is just horrendously off the pace. He's going 50 miles per hour slower than everybody on the racetrack as Torres gets into him and hard into the wall. Chan gets a big piece of it, and that's a very rough accident. As the rest of the field tries their best to avoid. And Hirano shouldn't even been on the racetrack. He was going 140 miles per hour on the dang straightaway. That caution by Hirano being in the way and everything allowed Satsuki Yakajur to win this race under yellow flag to score her 3rd win of the 2016 Division II season. And just like in Japan, Satsuki goes from basically mid to back of the field all the way up to the front in the final laps, and thanks to some lap car help, pulls off another win. Coming to take the green flag, points leader Elijah Bree, who's also on pole position, takes the green flag alongside Chris Louvier. Chabris looking to extend his points lead as Eric Wolf goes side by side with Chris Louvier. Trouble into the kink as we've got a big stack up as Little John gets into the 91 and Henrietta Fitzwater taps her. And Little John goes off into the wall. Kyle Schock Jr. is having trouble with top speed as he gets hooked by the 34 of Henrietta Fitzwater into the kink. And Hirano gets pegged off and he will go off into the sand pit just like Little John did. Big bit of mayhem for 6th place as John Arndt, Thanos, Louvier, and Satsuki Yakajur all fighting here. As John Arndt hops the curb terribly and Thanos goes around the outside to go up to 6th place. And now Louvier down the straight with help from Satsuki. She's pushing him. Satsuki decides to go for 3 wide. I don't think that was a wise move. I think that would have been smarter if she just drafted with them. Here comes now Alex Morgan. Morgan's into the fray. Morgan's been having a tough season so far. He wants to make up ground. Louvier runs way wide. 3 wide. Just inside the top 10. Morgan's going for it. Morgan up the inside of Satsuki. Up the inside of Louvier. Morgan has to back off to not run into the 41. And now Torres side by side with Morgan. Bound for 2nd place is Trost and Wolf side by side. 2 guys who are in the midst of the championship battle. Both are in the top 5 in points. Wolf scrapes up the inside. He wants to go through. And now here comes Maxwell Chan, the 99, and the 21 of Coy Harley, who's having his best run of the season so far. Harley wants to go 3 wide. That was not smart, and now Wolf goes by Trost. Wolf was essentially dominating Germany until he got involved in an accident with Amy Shelley, and now finds himself in 2nd place behind Elijah Bree, who has essentially pulled away from the entire field. Hard bout here for 23rd place is Jeff James, hooks the 14 of Robert Piet. This could be ugly. Oh, Amy Shelley gets into the 03 and punts him off, and they're both out of the track, into the grass, into the hill, and they They flew up a couple of feet. And now Jeff James and Robert Piet together are going to go on a adventure through the Austrian grass. The hills are alive with the sound of motorsports. As I think they're trying to work their way back out onto the track. And Jeff James goes straight on into a wall. And Robert Piet slows down, looks at Jeff James, who has to be now thinking, you are the biggest idiot in the history of motorsports. Battle for 10th place between two of the Red Bull teammates. Vargas and Louviere, who are sharing substitute duties for the suspended Skylar Johnson, as Vargas goes up the inside of the 86. Vargas is outside the top 10 points, so she knows she has to make something happen if she wants any fight in this title. She has one win that she got back at Dubai, but she has been heavily inconsistent. While her teammate Louviere, who is the defending champion of Division 2, is still trying to work his way back up to Elijah Bree. Bound for second as Maxwell Chan side by side with Wolf into the kink. And Chan almost loses the back end, slides it off the corner, very slow exit, and Tross goes right on through. Chan falls to fourth, and here comes Harley. Harley up to fourth now. Once he gets past Chan, he does, and the Australian's up to fourth place. Harley's on a roll as Chan falls from third to fifth. Eric Wolf decides to come down pit road and go for an undercut strategy as Tross comes barreling in. Jabri has not pitted yet, so these guys are going for the undercut to try and see if they can make up ground on Jabri. That strategy, however, would not really pay off for the most part, as Jabri essentially keeps the lead and has up to 5 seconds ahead of Eric Wolf, who currently is in second place. However, coming with 2 laps to go, Eric Wolf is mounting a huge charge on the 97. And Wolf is on a roll. He just ran a lap that was half a second quicker than Jabri, so this 66 is actually coming. He is moving his way up there, but he doesn't have much time. He's got less than 2 laps to get to Jabri. But he is rolling through. He is making up tons of time in the sectors. Coming to the white flag, Wolf has caught him. Wolf's gonna get to him. And all of a sudden, Jabri, who has dominated this race, finds himself battling the 66 of Wolf if Wolf can get there. Wolf's caught him. Now he just gotta get to the back bumper. Jabri runs the corner wide. Here comes Wolf. Wolf is moving his way towards the lead. Wolf looking for his first career Division 2. He's up to the bumper. What a gain he got in that corner. He gained at least 4 car lengths on him. Jabri's car is not handling well, and Wolf's coming through. Wolf around the inside. Jabri ran wide again, but this time Wolf couldn't get the pass. Half a lap to go. Wolf's got to make something happen here into the kink. Wolf drives it in deep, but can he get the exit he's gonna need? Both men very even off the corner. Regardless, Jabri's going to extend the points lead, but Wolf's gonna give everything he's got. Couple of corners to go. Wolf's up to the back bumper. Wolf is right there. He's right there, but he's got to find a lane. Jabri's blocking every lane Wolf can use. Into the final corner. Jabri runs the corner a little bit wide again. Coming to the checkered flag. It's gonna be a drag race. Wolf's gonna have to use the slipstream. Coming to the checkered flag. Wolf can't get by him. He slinks to the right, but it's not gonna be enough. Jabri holds on by just half a car length. And Wolf drifts off the first corner. He was close. He almost pulled that off. 5 seconds to 0.05. Jabri was running away with it up to those final laps, and Wolf gave one heck of a fight, and what a thrilling finish here in Austria. We're being told that the two Red Bulls of Sofia Vargas and Louviere make some contact earlier, and Vargas hooks the 86, and they're both around. The battle for 7th place between the Red Bulls and then ends in disaster as they got into each other, and Louviere not happy with Vargas. And now they're going to finish outside the top 10 as here comes most of the field. Oh boy, Red Bulls Championship hopes for Division 2 just got a lot more bleak.